Diddle-dee, hidely-dido, hum-ba-dee-dee-dum, diddle-dee-dido, hum-ba-dee-diddle-dee, hidely-dido, hum-ba-dee-dee-dum-die. Where are we today, boys and girls?
Gartmorn Dam.
We're at Garmon Dam. And where is Gartmorn Dam? No, it's not in Tillicootree, it's in Socky.
I'm sorry.
And what have we found down here?
A family of swans.
A family of swans. And what are they doing?
They are eating the ferns. Look at them.
Look at them, eh? Aren't they beautiful?
And look at that massive cloud of midges.
There's a big cloud of midges as well.
Yeah, look at that.
Is there?
Yeah, well,
Oh wow, look at the midges. Can you see them there just on top of the water? Look at them all.
yeah, because this is their prime breeding season, and
There's a
I'm sure
massive crowd of them going there,
I'm
isn't
sure
there?
this area might become clouded with ghost worms.
I think it might well do, isn't it?
Which, by the way, ghost worms are baby midges.
Ah. Right, shall we go along and show people where we are today?
Yeah.
Now, we're at Gartmorn Dam, which is this place here. And when you have a little look,
There's a diving duck.
is there a diving duck?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's just sitting there barely somewhere.
Right.
Its head out.
So this is Gartmorn Dam. And this was set up to power the water, or to get rid or extract the water from the mining nearby. Now, it was originally built, or the first part of it was built in 1712 by the Earl of Mar, and then a man named John Erskine. Oh, wait a minute. Guys, come and see.
What?
Look what's up there. Look who's sitting in the middle of the road.
Swans!
The swan is blocking the road. He's like, no one is coming in here today, isn't he?
I like it here. There's another swan just squirming.
And there's another one just next to it, isn't there?
I heard a very angry swan.
Yeah,
Swans are angry easily when you walk up to them.
they certainly are, aren't they?
Well, it's not too bad if they're just having a normal day. They won't attack you. But if they're having a bad day, they're going to start hissing at you and try and chase you.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's hope one of them hasn't had a bad day. And he
Let's just keep our voices down when we go past these guys in case we frighten them. Oh, look, he's moving out the way. Look at the size of them, eh? How big are they?
Actually, this species is specific
Oh,
to
look.
the mute swan.
The mute swan. Oh, right.
Mostly because they're quite quiet for a swan.
Oh, I was going to say they're quite loud. I was like, why have they got a name like a mute? But just compared to other swans.
Yeah.
And this guy does seem quite happy. He's just standing there letting us admire him, isn't he?
Yes.
And the other one over here, look, this one's cleaning itself, isn't it?
Reminds me of a cat.
It does a bit, doesn't it? Like a cat preening itself, eh? That's pretty awesome. Right, shall we keep walking round here?
Yeah.
Oh, right, here's a wee sign, so this will tell us a little bit about it. So, would somebody like to read that for me, William?
The dam was created in 1730 and provided a constant water supply to power the drainage pumps of the local mines. There was mining in the Gartmorn area until the 1980s. You will see signs of industrial heritage as you go around the dam.
Right, Chloe, do you want to read this one below it?
Water birds need places where they can get away from human activities and rest, nest and feed in peace. Being disturbed can stop birds from nesting successfully or prevent winter migrants from finding enough food to keep them going on for the long flight home.
Yeah.
A number of areas at the dam have been reserved for wildlife for many years. These are marked by signs like the one shown above, by lines and buoys in the water.
And here is a little picture of the gentleman who built this. Look at him, isn't he fancy?
Yes.
Yes, and there is a little picture of the old collieries. Do you know what a colliery is?
No?
So that's like another word for a mine. That's the word that we would use here. So that's the Sheriff Yard's colliery, and that was away up at the left hand side here, I think. So when we look over at the back of here, we can just see the edge of the Ochil. So over there we've got Ben Clwch, just coming in at the back of Tillycootry there, where we were the other day. And then we can come around. Oh look, there's the island.
It looks shrouded by trees.
It does, doesn't it?
It looks like a bit of broccoli.
Now, what you can see here, when we come round the corner, this is where we start to come into seeing the earthworks. So this was originally what was undertaken here. So you can see there's a slight little cut into the embankment there, and that was where the old water supply came from. That was the Brothy Burn.
This entire area is colossal.
What's that?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
I've not seen you for a while. Are you still at the Rainbows?
Tell me, tell me your name again.
Sure.
That's it, Stuart. Aye, I'm good,
Aye.
Aye, just keep fit, eh?
Good for you.
Because you got the wee ones out.
Aye, that's what we're doing. We do some, you need to tell Chris, we do some wee videos on the internet. Tell him to have a wee look.
I will do. Aye, good for you. Sorry, I've just cycled to Alloa and I'm just a bit like...
Have you? You knacker?
I need a breath before I do a couple of things.
A couple of laps.
I'm doing the Maggie's challenge, eh?
All right.
So I'm trying to get my miles in.
Oh, quite right.
I'm all into day 4.
See you later.
Good for you.
Right, so if you look down there, you can see right along this embankment. So this is what was originally built up. Now, back then it cost £50 to build the first part of it. So to start with, it was a really low embankment and the water wasn't nearly as high as it is just now. Now, the mining at the time had only been able to be done at a very low, at a level close to the surface, because as soon as they got any deeper, the mines would all fill up with water. So they needed to find a way to get that water out, and this was the answer to that. Building an embankment that could hold all the water to power all of the engines, couldn't it?
Yes, a win-win.
A win-win situation. And one of the great things about it as well, it's still one of the oldest dams in use that was used for producing water for the local population as well.
Really?
Yes. And what they did was they had wooden pipes, because back then they couldn't fabricate metal or anything, so they had wooden pipes that came right from this dam and fed all the town. Now, the wee burn that was down there, the wee brothy burn, that was too small to be able to fill it up when they needed more water. So what they had to do was they had to find another water source. Now, the closest one they could use was something called the Black Devon, which was away 3 miles away in that direction, and it needed a lot of work, a lot of engineering work, because they had to cut through solid rock, and when you get to the top corner up there, you can actually still see some of the old workings from that. Can you believe that? So the water used to come from a river called the Black Devon, and even if you go there today, you can still see the old lathes that used to power Lynn Mill and everything else around here. Now, when they did that work, it was the guy who did it was a guy called a dragonfly.
Look.
Oh wow! We should have had our net with us to catch them, shouldn't we? Now, the man who was employed to do all this work was a gentleman named George Sorocold.
Another one.
And the original works cost around £50, which would maybe be around £100,000 to £200,000 these days, which is an awful lot of money. And he was said to have used a surveying instrument which was described as a large wooden quadrant set upon a tripod with brass lights along its upper radius, the index being a plummet suspended by a thin thread. And if we read that explanation there, that does tell us an awful lot, because that's exactly what they use today for doing that kind of work. So back then, this must have been the first time that anyone had seen anyone using it for that sort of work.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Now in the background there we get a really, really good view of the Ochils. And And this is the main prominent feature around this area. You can see them from just about anywhere. Look at them there. They look really good today, don't they?
At the back there, you can see the sun shining on one of them.
You can see the sun shining through on one of them, yeah. So in 1875, this embankment here was raised again to get more power going through it. And once they'd got that power going through it, they had enough power for 3 mines, and I think it was 11 water wheels at various different mills. Well, it is a lot, isn't it? So like, if you can you imagine this place just covered in industry and people working?
That would be crazy.
It would be crazy, wouldn't it?
And the smoke.
And the smoke and everything, yeah.
I don't know how nature would claim if it was going to be looking like that.
Well, not back then, no. It's a very, very different. It looks very, very different to what it did back then, I think, William.
Even in the 90s, it must have looked a lot different to what it was now, because there's still like lots of smoke, probably like broken pipes.
That's right, aye.
Because they were probably just like marking it as a derelict to that point.
Now, in 1820, that was when the dam started to be used for supplying the local community with water. And that's when the wooden pipes were put in, and that's what really, really helped this place expand, because the unforeseen benefit was the fresh water, and that obviously increased the living standards and the health of everyone who lived and worked in the area, and that in turn allowed it to expand quite significantly.
And really it just helped with helping the people surrounding there.
Aye, it just helped the health of everyone, and that in turn helped the industry and got it even bigger. Oh look, there's a wee ducky down there. Now, since 1860, it's only been used for water supply. In 1877, they built filter beds and a water house. And in 1891, they established the Alloa Water Act. Oh, what's this you found?
I found an injured dragonfly. It
Oh,
was
no.
probably from
Where did he
mating.
go?
He jumped off.
Ah,
In fact, a she, since the she's are a dusky brown.
let's have a wee look at this duck. And once all the use for here, for industry, disappeared, it was turned into what it is now. So what it is now is the Gartmorn Country Park, or County Park. And that's where we love to come here and walk around it, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Because it's just very nice.
I think we've scared that wee ducky away.
Oh,
I don't think he liked us coming over.
there's another two over there.
Oh, maybe he's going to see his friend over there, actually. Yeah.
Maybe he's looking for food.
There he's gone towards his friend, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's having some food, isn't he?
Yeah.
Look at him go.
And just look at my nose.
There's a fly on your nose, aye.
Going right round.
No the day, just a wee walk the day.
Enjoy, guys.
You too, bye bye.
Oh,
Can you see this on William's nose? Look at this. Oh, he's going for a walk.
look.
He quite likes your nose.
Look the camera on me.
Right, let's get the camera on this nose. Let's see if we can.
That's Midgie. Midgie's on your nose.
You've got a midgie on your. Oh no, he's crawling across your face.
This is so weird. It feels like he's gonna bite me.
Feels like he's going to bite you.
Yeah, probably is.
He's probably trying to bite you. Yeah, that's what midges do best, isn't it?
I'll get him off now.
Now, since we've went on YouTube, there's been lots and lots of people who've left us lots of lovely messages. So today we thought we would say hello to a few of them. Now, one of them is a friend from Australia, and his page is called Rusticated Art, and his name's Robbie. Now, Robbie is a really friendly chap. He has helped us with our drawing every day. He does really good family fun time drawings. So if anyone is into a bit of art, I recommend you go and see Robbie. Now, there are also so many other people that just too many to mention. All our walking friends. Also our friend K-unnie in South Korea. And of course, the ever serious MapleCook. Right, wait a minute. Let's have a wee look in this hand. Let's see what we can see. Oh, wow.
A female dragonfly.
Is that a female dragonfly?
Well, to be honest, damson fly.
Look at the size of it. What can you tell us about it?
Females are normally much larger than males and normally need to relax before mating, which is why it chilled my hand.
Can you see that? It just flew away there.
Yeah.
How wonderful was that?
Also, the females are considerably slower.
Are they?
Yes. And the azure blue males need to do it so they can go around fast for their mating dance and so they can also get the energy to be able to mate.
All right. Well, that sounds awesome. Now, I was saying thank you to a few people. There's also another little guy that I'd like to say thank you to. His name is Wee Mickey. Do you remember Wee Mickey?
No.
No? Well, Wee Mickey was one of my friends years ago. And he was so small that people used to think we were father and son rather than friends. And he's been watching all our videos too, so we thought we would say hello to him and his girls.
Look, a mating
And
pair.
his wife. Oh, there's a mating pair flying through the air. This is absolutely fantastic today, isn't it?
You can clearly see the azure blue of the male and the duskiness of the female.
Can you?
Yes.
You can really tell the difference, can't you? Look, they're everywhere here. Look at them.
Yes.
Let's see this. Let's see if we can get this. Oh no, we just scared that one away. Look at these.
You need to be very careful.
Well, I can zoom in, so as long as we can find one just sitting somewhere, we can zoom in and have a look at it.
They normally fly.
Oh, wait a minute, I've spotted one.
They normally fly away quickly on their own.
Yeah, they do. I'm noticing that.
It's so they just has to burst of.
But all the wildlife is back out here, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's all out in force. I mean,
Yeah.
I am amazed.
This year seems to be a good year for the dragonfly.
I think this year's going to be a fantastic year. We don't see the dragonflies this far around usually, do we?
They're usually at the start where it's usually the same.
Now, will we go and have a wee look at the old gatehouse up here?
Yeah.
Or the old, I don't know if it was a pump house or the gatehouse. So this used to be where somebody lived that looked after everything, but now I think they've changed it into a house.
That's very good.
And it used to be a sunken garden, so let's just go and have a wee look, okay? Now, let me just try and think. So, there are lots of other people, in fact, Country Mouse. I'll have to say hello to her because her walks are just like ours. They are absolutely fantastic. Then there's Deb. We've got Wandering Wiley. We've got AGE over in the Philippines. We've got ICA. I mean, we've got so many. Oh look, here's the Sunken Garden. Let's come and have a look here. Look at this, guys.
I don't think we've been here before.
No, we've not been to this bit before, have we?
No.
So let's just have a look in the Sunken Garden.
Whoa. It's pretty secret.
It's a little secret garden. And what plants can we see here?
We can see common black poplar.
What's that?
Common black.
Common black poplar, right? And what's this here? What's this green one? I think this is going to pop out in some really good colours.
This is rhododendron.
Is that a rhododendron? And what are these little blue ones here? These are
Those-
very nice.
That is cock's foot.
Cock's foot. Oh, wonderful. And what about this here?
Its leaves tell me it's some sort of a member of a carrot family, but I can't exactly hatch it because a lot of the members of the carrot family, which includes hemlocks, are actually incredibly hard to tell what they are.
Are they?
Yes.
Ah.
Which is why I couldn't exactly.
Yeah, so until it flowers, we won't really know, will we? Anything else here that you can recognise?
Pigeon Primrose.
Oh, wait a minute, let me see this one. What's this one called?
Pigeon Primrose.
Pigeon Primrose.
Yes.
I do like the look of these.
This is another member of the carrot family.
This is a part of the carrot family. Well, do you know what? Saying that, I'm looking at these leaves here, and they look just like the carrot family, don't they?
Yes, which is in another name hemlocks and some miscellaneous wild plants.
Right.
The ones with his rugged trefoil leaves, and because of this, black currants are included.
So, is there anything else around here that we can recognise?
Yes. This is actually
Those daffodils.
Seriously, according to the way how these rotted ones look, it seems like these flowers would have had some sort of pinkish tinge.
Oh. Anything else?
I just saw.
Oh, what's this one here? What's this one here?
That is foxglove.
Oh wow, look at this one, it's just coming out as well. We'll see if we come back in a few days. I think this one will look spectacular. What do you think? Oh, look at this tree up here.
Whoa.
I like the look of this one. Come and have a wee look at this. Now these are very popular around here, aren't they? What kind of tree is this?
I know it's part of the Mytogenica family, and by the way, Mytogenica is basically types of cherry blossom.
So
Cricket!
so it's the same as a.
Cricket!
Oh, there's a cricket. Where'd you see the cricket?
Right there.
Is that not a little bee on that leaf there? Let me see.
It isn't.
Where's the cricket? Show me. Point
It's
to it.
got no wings. That's the
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Let's zoom in on him. Oh, he just ran away just as I zoomed in. Oh no, but he's there.
That's a bee.
Look at that little dude flying. Is that just a miniature bee?
Yeah, I mistook it for a cricket, and I was excited because I've never seen a cricket before.
Look at this little guy just floating about here. He is loving it.
And if you look, he stuck out his tongue.
Has he stuck his tongue out? Look, he's trying to eat. You can actually see his tongue. Right, so we'll go walking in the next bit.
Yeah. Actually, that might not be a bee. It might actually be a honeybee mimic fly.
A honeybee mimic fly. I think you might be right, because that did not look like any bee I am used to seeing. Oh, what are these guys?
That is a sort of blue orchid.
I thought it was an orchid. I saw the way the leaves were and I went, Chloe's told me about these before. Oh, don't grab them.
No, it's just.
It says Chloe's told me about these before. I think I know what these are.
They seem like a type of tiger orchid.
Yeah, they look a bit like tiger orchids, don't they?
Yes, and they're actually unintentionally carnivorous.
Unintentionally carnivorous. And how does that work?
The bees go into their flowers and just get stuck there.
What?
And eventually they fall out of it and fertilise the plant. This is actually a complete coincidence.
Oh, look, come and see this. I think somebody's built a wee garden over here. Come and check this out. I think somebody's built... Oh, look, is this where the fairies live, maybe? Come and see this. Look, I think this might be a little fairy house. Look at that there.
Let's see if you can see any fairies.
Can you see any fairies? Wait a minute, there's a bigger one here. Let's check this one out. Oh, there's a wee sign that might tell us what it is. What is this? Whoever finds this will know you're worth it. You're worth it. Can you believe this? Let's have a wee look at what they've built for us here to come and see. It's a fairy house. Look, 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 look. There's a stone and it says...
Fairy house.
Fairy house. I can't believe we have stumbled on some fairy houses. Can you?
No.
No? Right, oh, there's a really big one over here. Let's check this one out. Look, this one's got a driveway. Oh, look, we need to do this, I think. Look at this. Welcome, fairies. Look at this. And then what they do is they come along here. They come up the driveway till they get to the
Fairy house.
fairy house.
Sometimes I wonder what a fairy car will look like.
I know. Right, well, we'll say bye-bye now.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye, fairy houses.